I got excited about doing this project and finding out where some of the millions of dollars in foundation money goes, and telling the stories of the lives it affects, because I grew up here. 30 years ago, before the city got dubbed the nation's second poorest, traces of old money were tantalizing mysteries to me. When I used to go down Delaware Avenue on my way to church, I wondered about the families who once lived in the elegant mansions, with pillars and giant curtained windows and wide lawns. I imagined grand champagne parties, crystal flutes, monogrammed napkins, and chandeliered ballrooms. I figured the people who lived there had bedroom elevators and took rides down the banisters. But even back then, when I was a teenager in the 1970s, regular families didn't live in those houses anymore. The grand old places from the turn of the last century had become homes for Catholic schools and offices for nonprofits. Last year, when I was working as a business reporter, someone at a journalism seminar told me that newspapers were ignoring this wealthy, tax-exempt part of the economy. This made me curious, because in the 5 years since I came back to live here, I discovered that Buffalo is smaller, poorer, and more complicated than I remember it when I left home at 17. The old Delaware mansions are still there, with their pillars, lawns, and giant windows. They still stand as a kind of public beauty for me and anyone else to admire. And now I've learned so are some of the fortunes. They were left behind too. They were intended as another kind of public solace. Living in this city as a grown-up reporter, I see its poverty, its segregation, and all the abandoned houses boarded up with windows broken. And so I decided to do this project about Western New York's foundations and what happens to the money that comes from their tax-exempt $2 billion. I now know the 419 local foundations spent $91 million on charity year before last. I tried to find out, is this money helping? Are those who need it most getting it? Does making the people and the money more public matter? Part of the answer lies in the stories they tell.